And welcome to another Do Not Disturb Dog Walk. Come on, Quicks. I said, come on. What's going on, buddy? Huh? Cool litter box, eh? It's a bit different. Yeah, so I literally just did my last delivery of the day on this street. What time is it? 1:45. And as I drove into this neighbourhood, I was looking around and I looked at the Google map that I was navigating by, and I thought, hey, we could just go for a walk right here. Oh, this is perfect. And then I did the delivery and talked to the customer delivering into their house there. And I said, hey, is there a walking trail? Just making sure. It looks like there is on the map. And I said, oh, yes, there is. Oh, yes, there is. And so this is the access point. Right here. I'm not even sure what this place is called. I'm going to have to look it up on the map. And then, obviously, because all of our dog walks have the name of the place in the title, you already know what this place is called. I've still got to find out. But there's a river right here and a walkway beside it. And that's it, pretty much. We've never been here before. We're most often, when we make recordings, we are most often visiting places for the first time. That's how I enjoy dog walking the most. And making these recordings for you all. Yep. So I have no idea what to expect, except it's a riverside walk. And whether or not it's very popular or whether there's very many people here is yet to be known. Well, there it is. It ain't the prettiest river, is it? Come on, Quigs. Right, not only did I have to activate Do Not Disturb mode so that the recording is interrupted by message, so that it isn't interrupted by any messages or calls. I also turned off mobile data because presently, right in the middle of uploading yesterday's recording, and the phone was getting really hot, and I was thinking to myself, well, if it's already very hot while it's uploading gigabytes of video footage, then running the camera is just maybe going to cause it to overheat. So I have a paused mobile data connection as well. Come on, Quigs. All right. We didn't see any park benches in yesterday's recording, but today here's one. You know what? It looks like a homemade jobby, that one. It's a little bit broken. Covered in cobwebs, bit of poop. I'm going to rate that one a level 3. For those that don't know, just a fun thing we thought of after some time of running these recordings for the YouTube channel. We decided to do park bench ratings on our travels. And we have 8 levels of judgment when it comes to park benches. But that being said, the theory is that levels 7 and 8 don't exist. They'd have to be gold plated or encrusted with jewels. Actually, gold plated is probably not nearly as valuable as encrusted with jewels, but anyway, getting distracted. Yeah, so pretty much the highest rating we ever give is a level 6. And we have come across a level 6 park bench from time to time. But most of them get a level 4, which is average. That'll do, mate, kind of rating. And then levels 1 through to 3 are various levels of not very nice. You know, and obviously level 1 and 2 are the worst, you know. I theorise that there should be a level 0 too, but that's more like the ghost of a park bench. Like, once upon a time there was a park bench here, but now it is gone. We don't come across those very often, but they do exist. Come on, Quigs. If we had a playlist for the most boring dog walks, this one might end up on it. This isn't really that exciting, is it? There's nothing happening. It's just us and the trail, wedged in between a river, across from farmland and some residences. In the future, when we start doing the cycle ride episodes, we're going to rate places for cyclability. I think this one's okay. I think that this one would be alright for riding a bike. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. So I'm just going to get to the bit that I usually get to every single recording. I just like to rabbit on a little bit about the housekeeping guidelines / rules of the channel. We've got a couple of slogans that go with these rules, and the first slogan is never mind the 6 o'clock news. So yeah, pretty much every recording, unless I'm in a terrible mood and can't be bothered, I pretty much talk the whole time during the dog walk, and I hope that I have a likeable personality and all of that, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I blather and skite and talk, but I've made it a rule since the very beginning of our recording history, pretty much. I made it a rule not to talk about dumb stuff, and everything that's on the 6 o'clock news highly qualifies as dumb stuff that I don't want to talk about. We come on these dog walks for the sake of getting good exercise and enriching our lives and escaping the world, so to speak. Escaping stressing too much about world politics and war and all of that crap. And so we're not allowed to talk about that stuff. And that makes... I like to tell you viewers about it because we're sharing this with you, and I want you to know, to be rest assured, that if you're coming along on these dog walks with us, we're not going to talk about that dumb stuff. It also is vaguely a reference to not talking about our private business very much. Like, we don't really share very much about ourselves, I have to say. Really, the recordings are about bringing you along to witness and enjoy vicariously walking in beautiful places in New Zealand. So we'll give this one a level 4 because it's not as bad as the one we saw previously, but it is exactly the same design. Okay, just going to pause the recording because of the second slogan, show us the poop. Well, you don't get to see the poop, and this is why. Yeah, the slogan is show us the poop because you don't get to see the poop. Whenever Quigley needs to do a poop, he gets his private time. Most of the time I try to make sure he poops before we start recording, but not always fortunate with his movements. Yes, and as a part of the rule of not showing you guys the poop, we also I don't record having to deal with the poop, whether we're bagging it or burying it, as is the responsibility of a responsible dog owner. There's some doggos over there. Quigley, he quit. So anyway, I just bagged that up and then I left it there because I anticipate we're going to turn around and come back walking this way. And I did see a bin at the beginning of the trail, so as long as nobody interferes with it while we're walking this way, then on the way back we will pick it up and take it with us back to the beginning of the trail where we saw the bin. Quigley's having a roll in the grass. Now, yesterday's episode's pretty entertaining as far as I'm concerned, compared to this anyway, because we went walking in this amazing bush forest, and quickly then we come out to a clearing and some farmyard paddocks with public trail through them, which happens from time to time in our country. And we were in a very well eaten paddock full of poop with some local sheep. And Quigley decided he wanted to do that, rolling in the grass, but in the poop. He got poop all over him, and so I had to take him to a facility for washing dogs, a purpose-made facility in a pet store, pet food store, pet supply store in the central city of New Plymouth, where we were. Yeah, so they ended up making us late for dinner, but not late for dinner because the dinner was running late, so it actually all worked out kind of good, but added a bit of time pressure. With that extra duties to perform. Hey Quigley, taking you to the shower and giving you a good wash, but consequently he's a whole lot shinier today than he was yesterday. Oh wow, he's so clean now. And it's made me think that maybe it's a good idea to go and take him to the dog wash facility once a week. Right now, I was doing the road tripping fortnightly, but now I've gone back to doing it weekly. So it's become regular routine for Quigley to come cross-country trucking with me on my once weekly overnight trip out of town. And it's good because it gets us access to more of a field, more locations in the field along our regularly travelled routes. And maybe it'd be a good idea to take him to the dog wash every week too. Give him a nice clean shampoo every week so he can be a nice clean doggy. Hey Quigs. Oh wow. So actually when I drove the truck over that bridge over there, that's when I saw this trail and I thought, oh, this is actually... I was thinking, when I'm done with the delivery in this neighbourhood, I was thinking about driving to here and then walking this trail. But then, yeah, keep following the map, find the customer's location, do the schmoozing and the delivering, and yeah, I picked their brains about whether I could access this river trail from just there, and they said, yeah, sure, go for it, it's right there. So, great idea. Yeah, thinking back to yesterday's episode again. If you haven't seen it, watch it after this one, if you're into watching another one. Because of our slogan, show us the poop. I'm thinking to myself, well, we definitely showed you the poop yesterday. It didn't break the rule. Our standard rule is that you don't get to see my dog doing its poops and me cleaning it up and all of that. But it doesn't disqualify random other poop from appearing in the recordings due to the nature of these things, right? And so yesterday, there's definitely a very poopy moment. Well, this place here is called Pioneer Reserve. So you never know, I might choose this as the name of the place, the place naming that I put on all of our recordings. I might choose this place for the name, we'll see. I'll make up my mind later. Oh, I need to stretch my back. Bit of body pain. Consequently, I'm not enjoying this walk as much as I really want to. Yeah, so I mean, I know why I'm in pain, because my truck is full of freight and we load all of our freight by hand, and there's quite a bit of heavy lifting involved over most of a 2-hour period this morning, so I'm definitely feeling it. But the good thing is, I know that this walk is good for my body compared to sitting in the driver's seat, so hopefully I feel a bit less in pain when I get back behind the wheel after this. Oh, count my blessings doing these dog walks, bringing my doggy with me to work. Yeah, because not everybody's so fortunate to bring their dog to work. Well, I am curious, just following this trail for the sake of following the trail, and I haven't looked at the map to see where it goes, but I'm sort of curious to see if it goes in a circuitous route. It's making all the right noises. It's veering away in this direction, which is back in the direction we need to go. Let's see where it's going. So we're officially walking back towards the work truck now, which is a good thing. It's good. Hey, Quigs. Right, I need to drink some water, and like I do every single recording, just before I drink water, I've got to warn you about it. Oh, first we'll have this interaction, eh? Hello!
Friendly enough?
Hello, yeah. He's never an angry dog.
Oh, cool.
He gets a bit excited, but
Yeah.
he's
These are just a little puppy, so we're getting used to other dogs.
he's a love being.
Come on, Daisy. No.
Daisy? And what's your other dog's name?
Louie.
Daisy and Louie.
Daisy and
So there must be a male and a female.
That's right. You can't tell by the pink,
Yeah.
pink collar.
Daisy's wearing pink
Yeah. Well,
and Louie's in the blue.
Yeah.
Ka pai. My dog's name is Quigley.
Quigley. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Don't smell bottoms. Come on. You want to come and join the family?
You can't tell a dog not to smell bottoms.
No.
That's what they do.
Well, just as well we don't. Somebody. You have a good day.
Kia ora. I just realised the folly in my ways when it comes to hoping that this is a circuitous route, because I promised to go back and pick up that poop bag, didn't I? And that guy having all his poop bags out made me remember that. So that's good. We do have to turn around and go back the way we came. We can't be going and abandoning poop in public. I mean, we can if you were nice enough to stick it in a bush somewhere where no one's going to step on it quickly. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is breaking back into the suburb of houses here, this path. And I imagine if we were going to aim for a circuitous route, we'd go that way. And do a bit of a street walk. I'm really loving that it's a shady spot right here. Getting some cool breeze too, it's nice. I was in the middle of saying something before we got interrupted there. What was it? Oh, the water. I was going to drink some water. And drinking water, yeah, I always warn when I'm going to use the drinking apparatus because it makes funny noises. So this is like the nozzle on the end of a hose that comes out of a water bladder backpack that I wear, full of water. And it makes funny noises when I use it. So yeah, don't be surprised. I can't surprise you. I can't let that go unexplained. It would just be weird to start sucking on it and not explain it to you guys. That's why I always do. At least the first time during the recording. The other thing is I've got this little plastic lid specifically designed so that I can pour water out of it for Quigley to drink. Here you go, have a drink. Good boy. Nice lightweight little thing for him to lick the water out of. Mostly because I haven't even tried, but I don't think he would want to for me to pour it into his mouth from this hose. This water bladder backpack. Oh look, I might be out of water. Oh, the water's not coming. There we go, I siphoned it. Quigley. Just needed me to suck on it a bit. You drink some more. Good boy. You had enough? Hey, do you want some more? Quigley. Okay. That's probably going to be about it. Quigley, you want to drink some water? Drink the rest. No? Okay, we'll carry on then. I wish that I could just pour it into his mouth, get him to sit there and go, wait, here's your water, and then just throw it at him, but only because that would look cool on camera. Doesn't matter, eh, Quigs? You can just lick it out of a plastic lid. Come on, we got to go back this way. Retrieve our abandoned poop bag full of poop. Well, I can't say full of poop, it just has poop in it. If it was full, it would be gruesome. Here's those leaves again, the ones that are noisy if you want them to be. The method is you fold it in half like this, squeeze off the bottom and then pinch the edge, right? And then when you're pinching, Quigley's not helping, when you're pinching the edge, wait, you can stretch the leaf like this and blow in that end and it makes a squealing noise. Quigley doesn't like it. It gets his attention, eh? He's like, what is it? Oh, now he wants to eat it. No, you can't eat it. It's not food, even though I was just putting it in my mouth. Yeah. So these leaves are pretty easy to recognise. They're quite shiny and, you know, almost plasticky feeling. wonder if we'll bump into Louie and Daisy again. Louie and Daisy. And Mr. Don't Sniff Butts. Yeah, so that was an encounter, and sometimes on these, well, most of the time, not all of the time do I remember to do it, but these long dog walking recordings that we make, I like to get into them and clip down shorter videos of the friendly encounters that we have during our walks, and then publish them separately. And I created a playlist in the channel of all of those little episodes. All of them are entitled Encounters and the episode number, and then just some description of the people we've met, or sometimes I have to refer to the place we're at, like these are the people we met at this place kind of encounters episodes. So I don't know, dear viewer, you might find loading up that playlist to be quite entertaining. Just load up the playlist, play it back on shuffle, and just enjoy playback of all of the cool moments that we have when we have friendly encounters with other people, and more often than not they're dogs, because you know what, we're out dog walking and most of the time the people we bump into are out dog walking too. Sometimes we publish encounters with animals that aren't dogs, like cows and horses. We don't come across them very often though, so there's not a huge amount of those, but we like other animals. Hey, there's one video where we found some cows and they came right up to the fence and they really wanted to meet Quigley, and Quigley really wanted to meet them, and they all let him lick their faces. And I was standing there worrying if Quigley could catch some kind of illness from licking the cows, or if they could catch some kind of illness from getting licked by a dog. But at the end of the day, it was mostly a carefree affair. Cool little moment in our lives. Yeah. We haven't had a negative encounter yet. The fact of the matter is I want to keep our channel to be positive and friendly. So if we do get attacked by another dog, I'm not going to put that on the YouTube channel. But so far in our recording history, while we're recording this day, we have not had any negative encounters with anyone, whether human or dog or any other creature. Oh, in yesterday's recording I fell over for the first time. I've been talking about it from time to time during our dog walks over the year, this first year of our recording history. Every time I slip or almost fall over, I'm always thinking of telling you guys about how I almost fell over, but I haven't fallen over yet. Well, yesterday I actually did, but I almost don't count it because it certainly didn't hurt, and I just sort of bounced off my bum and then back onto my feet again. But it was enough of a falling over that I think it qualifies. But until yesterday, I was well and truly able to say that I haven't fallen over yet. So I've only fallen over once, if you can count that one. I want a real proper falling over though, you know, one that hurts. Hey, so I almost feel like not counting that one. But anyway, the Mr. Free Falls Over tally is up to 1. And we've filmed like 200 episodes. And you might wonder how it could be that I fall over if you're watching this episode, because there's no way, no chance that I'm falling over on this walk. It's way too tame and easy. The reason is because I'm plenty of our other recordings, we go to some pretty adventurous locations. They certainly aren't cyclable, let alone wheelchair friendly. This one, I feel like we could go hooning on a mobility scooter, or I wouldn't mind getting us a skateboard one day too, but I'm hesitant to say that because I'm not very good at skateboarding, and the kind of skateboard we would need would have to be skateboard like surfing the earth with big rubber wheels on it for off-road use, because I'm not really into actual skateboarding. When in my youth I got into longboarding, I was never a trick skater on a little skateboard. I like the big one, the big skateboard, and the downhill high speed skating. I should say, not like, because these days, now that I'm a grown up, I realise how ridiculous and dangerous that is, and there's ain't no way that I'm going to do that kind of thing. No, the risk of injury is too high. And obviously I think I depend on my body to be in good order and uninjured so that I can work and make money. Hey, for now. Hey. Alright, we're fast approaching our abandoned poop bag. We can reacquire that and have a laugh about the fact that I have to carry a poop bag for a little bit. That's all the poop you get to see, poop in a bag, when it comes to Quigley's poop. Yep. My worst nightmare would be if I did record every time Quigley went pooping. My worst nightmare would be someone stealing the recordings and cutting all the excerpts of my dog pooping and making a supercut of Quigley pooping. And it's funny too, because I almost wish that I could share it, because Quigley kind of looks funny when he poops. He's got this particular pose, his pooping pose, and I think it'd be quite cool to have a Quigley toy, a 3D model of a Quigley in that pose. I'm going to claim these abandoned poop bags. I reckon the owner of Louie and Daisy abandoned these by accident, probably. That's the kind of poop bags that man had. Our one's blue. I've got a blue roll of poop bags at the moment in our walkies kit. But we buy all different colours, sometimes red, yellow, purple. I think those are the main colours. Obviously blue and green. Okay. So, what day is it? The 20th. We're 5 days away from the anniversary of our first recording. So, in the description of every recording, I put the same description, basically, and it says almost everyday dog walks, and that's pretty much. I could tell you that much. I dream of going out every day and making recordings. That would be cool. It would be cool to not be thwarted by the universe, or to make sure we have energy every day. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if all I had to do, my dream come true, if all I had to do was make a YouTube video every day, this is my dream come true video to make. Just going for a beautiful dog walk with my dog every day. So when I say almost every day, I mean I would if I could record a dog walk every day, but I can't because of all the factors in life, and sometimes the bad weather is the easiest thing to blame. Louie and Daisy and Mr. Don't Sniff Butts. Hello. Hey, I found some poop bags matching the same ones you've got. I wondered if you dropped them.
No, they didn't. These are from Hawke's Bay.
Right. They're the same though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I just wondered if you want them.
No, I've got plenty. Thanks.
Okay, cool.
Do you need them or not?
No, I don't need them either, but someone's got to have them.
Yeah. No, I've got enough on here. Yeah, so the Hawke's Bay ones, I live over there part time.
Oh, yes.
There, and yeah, they have green over there. So cool. Yeah, right. You've seen each other and smelt your bottoms.
Yep.
Come on, babe.
Get tangled up with each other again.
Yeah,
Go on.
Yeah. She's just. We got her. She spent the first 3 months of her life in a pen.
Oh, okay.
And she never socialised with any other dogs or whatever. So
Hey.
yeah, she's nice and friendly.
Hey.
She just loves everybody, but she wants to play.
We've got a little dog too.
Yeah.
So Quigley's used to little dogs.
Yeah, because some big dogs, they I don't know whether they think it's hares or rabbits or something, and they go chasing little dogs. But yeah, I don't let them off the lead just in case. But yeah, I wouldn't trust her off the lead. She'd follow you home probably.
And follow me home.
Yeah.
I don't need another little dog.
No. So what do you got there? Is that your phone there, is it?
Yes.
Are you watching videos?
No, I make recordings of the dog walks.
Right.
Aye.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got a YouTube channel and about 160 subscribers right now. And some of the views get tens of thousands of people watching them.
It's just with dogs?
Just walking the dog. It's so boring, mate. It's such a boring YouTube channel, I think. But
what made you start there?
I wanted to do something. And the other thing that we do in life is we live in a bus.
Oh, yeah.
Full time we live in a bus and travel around. And I thought about making a YouTube channel about that.
Oh, well, I think so, yeah.
But then I realised there's heaps of channels about that.
Yeah.
Like there's all sorts of people on YouTube sharing about their bus life. So I wanted to do something different, and then it's the best thing I could come up with was to make recordings of all the beautiful places we visit and the people we meet. And
cool. So where are you originally from?
we live in Wellington most of the time.
Yeah.
I was born in Auckland, and
Cool.
yeah, Quigley was a rescue dog.
People would dream of doing what you're doing, but they haven't got the guts to do it.
Yeah, well, that's how I felt for like the first 2 years of his life.
Yeah.
I was just walking around with him in all these awesome places thinking, oh man, I wish I could record this.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing that sold me on it was finding a way to wear the camera. Because I used to walk along and pull out my phone and hold it in my hand, right? Yeah. And that was entertaining enough.
Yeah.
But then once I realised I could wear the camera and find an apparatus to make it happen, I still want to upgrade from using my phone to actually having a nice little purpose-made camera. But affordability is what I'm waiting for. But
so you're there, and as soon as you see an opportunity, you just press go.
Pretty much.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, great. No, you've had the courage to do it. Most of us go through life, oh, I should do that, and we never have the balls to do it.
I've looked for other dog walking channels, and I haven't found one that does it the same as we do it. Right, I've found different dog-related channels. Some people...
you're tying in the scenery as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's about the destinations too.
Me now.
Yeah, it could be.
No, don't. You'll put people off coming to Palmerston North.
Oh no, I think I'm doing my bit for sharing about New Zealand, all the different little nooks and crannies we could go.
Thing was so guilty.
Yesterday we were in New Plymouth.
Oh right, okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's just we're so guilty of staying on the main road.
Yeah.
And we never go off the side roads to appreciate
It's cool how we discovered this place, because I work as a delivery truck driver,
Yeah.
and he gets to come with me, lucky for me. But the last delivery I did was in this neighbourhood.
Oh,
And then when I was talking to the customer, I was like, hey, is there a walking trail just over here? And they're like, oh, yeah, you can walk beside the creek over there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's it. That's what we'll do. I hadn't even thought about it yet. I was waiting to get that last delivery of the day done. And then I was going to make up my mind where to go. Right. And it just happened to be this place, spontaneously.
Isn't it funny how things happen, eh? I mean, Palmerston North, you can carry on right round and end up right up the other end of town, up at Kelvin Grove, the top end, just with the walking track.
Walking along the river,
along the river and everything, it's great. You know, I've lived here all my life, and it's only been the last probably 8-9 years that I've realised that you can walk around. So I just take the dogs different places so they get different scenery as well too. I do this bit. And then,
We've walked along the river, different parts of the river here in Palmerston North a few times.
Yeah.
And one of the highlights was that new bridge across the river.
And you can carry on, you can go all the way to Linton.
Yes, and there's the pa on that side of the river.
That's right, yeah.
So I wanted to go visit that.
Yeah.
But the other thing was, I tried to do something a little bit different from walking, and I rented an e-bike, and me and him went for our first cycle ride there. And he likes running beside the bicycle, so that was quite a, that's quite a cool milestone for us, was to realise that Quigley is a natural at running beside a bicycle, so I want to do a bit more of that in future.
You'll end up getting one of those bloody little trailer things behind the bike, and
yeah, I actually have goals to get a cargo trailer for my dogs, especially the little one, because I can't have him running along beside the bike.
These ones I wouldn't trust running alongside. They'd run in front of the bike, and
the other reason to be able to transport the dogs is because, well, he's happy to run beside the bike, but I wouldn't want to do that for too long. But I'd like to go on journeys for long distances and bring them.
No, cool.
And my bike's pretty cool. It's it was made in 2008, I believe, in America, and it's called a pedal chopper. And it's like a...
It's got the banana seat and handlebars.
Well, it's not really a banana seat, but it is like a laid back, big, fat, wide seat, which is just... I don't like those seats that stick in your butt crack. And it's got a electric motor with full throttle, full auto. So I can go 30 kilometres an hour without pedalling, just cruising down the road. And, it's got 8-hanger handlebars. That's the coolest thing about it. It's got style.
Yeah.
And that's why, in this day and age, I'm spending some money on upgrading it, or should I say the battery pack's probably wearing out, so I need a new battery pack. Because it's just as old as the bike, and it's lucky it's still operating. But the most recent thing was the hub motor had a catastrophic failure, so right now it's in the shop getting a new hub motor installed into the back wheel.
Right. Yeah, because all that sort of technology is improving by the day. You know, battery life and it's like the electric car. It used to only do 200k or whatever on a charge, and now we can get 600k. You know, it's all technology's improving, isn't it? It's like the phones, isn't it? Like you said about the camera.
Exactly.
But the new phones actually take
very good quality footage. Yeah,
and then you can just plug it in and download it, and no, good on you.
So my bike is it's an old bike. It's like one of the. I hear what you're saying about how modern e-bikes have got like nice sleek battery packs and everything like that, but my bike's so old, and it's one of the OG electric bikes, that it's got this old style battery and it's wrapped in a bag. It's almost like someone made it at home.
But retro's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, that's why I'm working on upgrading it, putting a modern battery array on it.
I'm trying to tell my grandson how when I was his age, you know, you had probably even a bit before your time, we had it was the 8-hanger handlebars and the big banana seat with the thing up the back, and then Rally 20s came in.
Yes,
the little
I had one of those once.
Yeah, and you sort of and you know, it's just it's a different generation, and now, you know, we used to go out and eel in the river and climb trees and everything, but now the young generation, they've got to have cotton wool put under the tree in case they fall out, and and the computers and everything, which it's modern technology, but they don't get out the same.
Yeah, well, our kids they like the farmyards, they like farm animals, and they like riding horses. So they might be, and they don't play computer games, and they don't watch TV, and they're total bookworms. So I think we've got like some really good kids, and I feel
it takes you as a parent to encourage that, because it's so easy
Yeah.
to give them an iPad and let them just look
Yeah,
after
that's right.
themselves, isn't it? So,
I mean, some kids have got the same old routine of life, walking to school or catching the bus and doing the same old thing every day.
Yeah.
But our kids get to enjoy this very varied life they're doing this, that, and the other thing, and and of course, you know, we live in a bus and travel around and show them the world, and
that's great.
so that's I'm really happy for how we do things.
I commend you, because it's a lot of people just haven't got the courage to do something that's out of the norm, because if you do something out of the norm, you put yourself at risk.
Yes.
And nobody likes to put themselves at risk, because you could fail.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with failure? And so it's good, because you know that's what life is. It's all about learning and everything. That's great. Nice to meet you anyway.
Yeah,
and,
I wanted to say before we part ways, I'd like to ask your name and tell you mine.
Yeah.
My name's Marlon.
Marlon, Geoff.
Hi, Geoff. Cheers for the chat today. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise, what's the channel name?
It's called The Adventures of Quigley Woggles.
You might have an extra, I'll just put it down in the notes.
Sorry it's such a long YouTube channel name, but...
No, I normally, I'm not too good. The journeys of what?
The Adventures.
The Adventures
of Quigley. That's the hardest part of it.
Of Quigley. Quigley.
Woggles. WOGGLES. Yeah, look us up and.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because we've got honestly hundreds of hours of dog walking recordings. We've been doing it for almost a year. The first anniversary of when we started is on the 25th. So I'm getting ready to celebrate the milestone.
Oh wow, good on you. Good on you. No, well done. Nice to meet you anyway. And I'll tonight I'm sitting in bed having my decaf coffee.
Yeah, cool.
I'll have a look. And
good.
And then these dogs will be able to remember quickly.
I keep thinking I need to have some little business cards so I can just go, here, look up the channel and just hand over a card. I think I should get into that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after we've been doing this for a year and still haven't done that.
No. So, is there anything in it? Like, do you get people wanting to sponsor?
No.
Nothing. There's nothing like that.
No.
I mean, excuse my ignorance, because I'm not that.
But even the most famous podcaster on YouTube, he says that he went for the first 2 years of making his podcast before it made a single cent.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't ever expect to get as popular as him, but I've always known that for this first year or 2 or 3, it's just going to be the slow plod of just keep putting the content up and keep proving that we have what we have. Yeah. And also the bigger the pile of videos gets, the more content there is, the more impressed people are. So that's how I feel like in the long run, because I do have some sponsorship channels available for people to subscribe to. I just haven't had anyone subscribe to them yet. But we'll get there, I believe. I'm on the mission to escape the rat race.
Your attitude determines your altitude.
Exactly, right? And if you don't do it, you don't get. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, and that's it, and then you're not going to die wondering.
Yeah,
and that's what I say. People don't like failure. And that's why they don't want to risk anything, because if they fail, they can't deal with it.
I can't call it a failure, because even if no one ever sponsors the channel, I have contributed to the world all these amazing recordings.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which will be there,
and I can be proud of those.
Yeah, exactly. No, good on you.
Sure.
I better go. I've got the car on a car park around the supermarket there. So
and you're not shopping? They might tow or clamp your car.
Yeah, that's right. I did shop yesterday because it was superannuants pension. You get 5% off.
Oh yes.
So I did shop there yesterday, but I didn't. I just thought I'd take the dogs for a walk today. So
awesome.
So I better go. Lovely meeting you.
Kia ora. See you online. Ka pai. Oh, that was probably one of the most comprehensive conversations I've ever had with anybody in public about the channel. I'm a little bit upset that he was like, oh, don't record me, but you know, he'll get over it. Especially since there's going to be an Encounters episode featuring him, and he's actually quite a cool dude, really friendly, and made a good impression of himself. I guess he was just a little bit surprised that I was recording, but you know, it's not actually a big secret, and I'm obviously wearing the camera on my chest, and not a lot of people don't ask, honestly. I get around a lot in this get up. A lot of people just don't ask. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty keen to have the little business cards so that when people do ask, I can give them the little card. That'll be good. Right, so I can see the bin that my bag of poop needs to be entered into. We need to make a deposit, Quigley? He wants to deposit it in the landfill rather than in nature. Quigley? Yep, so we've got a lot going on. Aside from me being a freight truck delivery driver, and as a part-time interest, we as a family have interests in, we occasionally dibble-dabble in doing actor work or voice work for film and television type things, and we're involved with the performing arts, and lately our focus has been with working with people with disabilities and empowering them to enjoy the performing arts, whether as a performer or as an audience, because there's different things you can do to make people with disabilities, to make the events accessible for people with disabilities, and all the different disabilities you can imagine, you know. Yep, so I guess I'm just telling you about that because I want you all to know that we're good, kind people living a good life. There ain't nothing nefarious going along here. And if you want to sponsor our channel, you know it's going to a good cause because we're good, beautiful people. And that is true. It's my dream come true to escape the rat race and stop having to drive trucks to make money, and for this YouTube channel to make us the money. And I'd much rather get money from all around the world, from all the people that watch this channel and appreciate and sponsor the channel because they appreciate the beauty of it. Quigley, come say goodbye because I am going to sign off the recording now. Here, hi mai. He's interested in. He's just absolutely stuck on wanting to go over there, eh? Quigley, haere mai. Haere mai, Curdy. This way, come on. Someone has been setting illegal gin traps in this area. Please be careful when walking, and if you have dogs, it would be safer to keep them leashed while in this area. If you find one, please note where it is and contact the council or police or the SPCA who are aware. The part about the SPCA has been added in pen. Like, somebody forgot to write, you can contact the SPCA. Alright, so there you go. For the people who watch this in the next few weeks or months maybe, this is actually, what do you call it? A current event, current news. Until the gin traps aren't being set anymore, I guess people need to be notified. I wonder how long that note has been up there. Anyway, just saying, dear viewers, if you happen to be one of the locals and you're considering coming here, you've got a video warning before you even get here to see the sign yourself. So that's cool. That's a good way to sign off. Just appreciating this place. Quigley. Yeah. Hi bye. Hi there, my cutie. Come and give me a kissy. I love you. Cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this dog walk. There's plenty more if you haven't had enough, so just click on another one. Cool. And I'm going to say thank you for watching, as usual, and we will see you on the next one.